Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. We've got great energies today. It's about happiness, vitality, life success. So you're really enjoying harmony in your environment and yes, help from friends, family, etc. And also it's great if you need to learn something new, or not necessarily new, but to learn something, to have a good judgment, or to just go somewhere with determination to achieve something, to really get something going. So let's see what we need to do physically to process these energies and to back this up, to help us. So on the feet. Yeah, I am here with my preferred workout outfit. I will post it in the info box below. It's by Oysho, not sponsored. This is not trying to do any publicity. It's just what I think is amazing workout gear. So if you want to try it out, just do that. Okay, so here we start. Little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line, hips together, or sit bones together I wanted to say, lengthening, it's like a fountain coming out of your head. Elbows and knees are relaxed, ribs together and navel towards your spine, and then we start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms, working, this is the delta, us around the arm underneath the delta muscle. So palms to the front, let your arms hang loosely and then just turn as you can. So if you get to here, that's fine. You don't have to force anything to get here. Yeah, that's no good because the shoulders would be affected, lengthening, and we do not want that. This is why we are just starting below the delta. Okay, so you sink your little fingers towards your thumbs, no pushing or anything like that. Relaxing. Okay, and one more. Little fingers towards your thumbs, lengthening, ribs together, and relax. Okay, now palms to the back, we're doing it in reverse. So thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening everything, and release, breathing in, and thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening everything, elbows relaxed, ribs together, and release. Okay, at the end of the mat, lengthening and lowering slowly. Just let everything hang. Of course you can bend your legs, of course you can put something underneath to reach the floor. So if you need to put some books or yoga blocks or use a chair, that's perfectly fine. Also if you can't stretch your back yet, no problem. We do that and eventually it will stretch me with thinking not. So breathing in, and then from your sit bone through your head, it's the fountain, will lengthen. Yeah, and as I'm saying, eventually your back will then stretch. Breathing in and lengthening, and one more, breathing in and lengthening, and just relax and have your blood flow back. Breathing, and we'll now repeat it, looking to be exact at the finger, at the top of the finger of my middle finger. I'm describing the biggest possible circle up and down, but that's not for the arm, it's for lengthening the back and then turning it. So the back, it's all about the back, releasing tension from the upper back and neck region. So it's exactly as the exercise before, breathing in. Now sit bones to your head and lengthen. Look at the finger, lengthening and lowering, navel in And one more time, lengthening from here. And lowering down. And lengthening. And lowering. And one more time, lengthening. And lowering navel, lengthening, and relax. And just let the blood flow back. Okay, good. Now, continuing with the stability exercise, I think it celebrates its 1-year birthday in August. So, yes, the guides are just always saying we need more stability in our body and we need to project it outside in these very intranquil times to create stability in our lives. Let me know. It definitely works for me and in all in my environment, so I like to know. Okay, so it's the same thing that we've been doing with the other exercise. So you've got your hips parallel to the floor. The heel of your supporting leg needs to be on the floor. That's really important. And of course you can bend your legs, you can use whatever you needed. And then the idea is to bend the upper leg and have it up. And then you think long through your head, through your knee, through your heel, relaxing the elbows close to your body, pointing into that direction to make sure that you're not tensing your shoulders. I think you saw that. Okay. And then, if you find that your thoughts of lengthening do not anymore make a difference, you change the leg. Okay, so it can take longer on one side than on the other, and that's not wrong, that's fine. Okay, my knee is relaxed, but I'm thinking longer. Make sure you're not opening your hip, yeah? Your hips need to be parallel to the floor. Okay, and relax. Yeah, I can feel my contractions still. They are slowly getting smaller. Okay, so one more time. Lengthening, lengthening totally. Okay, so trying to not force anything, to just let go, let go, let go, and release. Okay, breathing. Okay, and one more time, other leg, lengthening. Just trying to lengthen and releasing. Okay. Yes, all right. We're doing push-ups. So if you've never done them, please, ladies, do like one and take a break. Yes. The one thing is we're not going down and up. It's like close here, and then think of the lengthening through the fountain. It's all about how much strength you have here and not how low you go. Yeah, it's maintaining the line, especially lengthening behind your neck. So on the knees, lengthening here. My elbows are relaxed, and I'm just relaxing my elbows more. And then sit bones, head. This is the energy. I'm coming up. Yeah, lengthening and releasing. And lengthening, and again, and lengthening, and one more. I'm just trying to show you a couple, right? And please make sure that you go with your own rhythm. Slower is better always, yes? No tension on your wrist. If that's the case, take one and a break. Also if you stop. And now, when I'm doing the gentleman's version and a little variation, please repeat like one more time. Yes, if you can't at all, of course, take a break. But if you can, just repeat a little bit. Okay. So gentleman, little toes in line with your little fingers. Also a diagonal line, same thing. Relaxing the elbow. And then just sit bones, head. So I'm not interested in you going low, I'm really interested in how much strength is there in the center of the body. because if there is enough strength, then you may get bored with this, wanting to do a little variation, which I'm showing you now, which means that a part of the energy, because most of the energy is going through your head, but there's a little bit of the energy going through a heel. And that means that one leg is parallel to the floor in the air. And it holds itself because the energy is just flowing through. Okay, so it's just relaxed and relaxed. And I'm relaxing your back here, or my favorite is just having the blood flow back. Okay, so next they say we're going on the side, but not too hard for today. Little finger in line with your elbows in line with your hips and your heels, and then you're crossing the upper leg over. Okay, so from here, breathing in, and then it's always the same thing. Sit bone head up here or here, and release. Breathing in, and up, lengthening, and release. One more time, and coming up, lengthening. Yeah, so and if that was not a big deal, but it's not necessarily more difficult, so maybe you want to try it, because same thing here, you can also come up with from your knees, yes, bend legs. Now, very important that you've got your fingers pointing towards there, because your elbows relaxed here. We don't want to have any issues there. Breathing in and lengthening up here, back forwards, always try to do that, and relax. Okay, I'm doing 3, so I'm doing 2 more, and lengthen. Really, the weight is here, it's not on your arm, it's here, yeah? I'm sure you see the difference. And make sure, when you go down, to bend your elbow first and to keep thinking up. Yeah, and to have your hand here at the front to not arch your back. Breathing in, and lengthening, lengthening. Yeah, okay, and if you find with all this, you want to play around a little bit to test your muscle coordination, you can do that. I have a few suggestions. So lengthening, maybe you want to try with your legs. You can also try to grab it, and now from here, really go for the legs in all directions, and to relax, and relax, coming up. Okay, yeah, but that's just a little play around to see, okay, how reliable is my muscle coordination? Okay, so don't think you have to be able to do that, absolutely not. We need to lengthen. That's what we want, and to get the strength here, okay? So little finger in line with your elbow, hips and heels, and now you're overcrossing the upper leg, breathing in, and coming up, or lengthening here, and release. Breathing in, and lengthening, and releasing. And one more time, lengthening, and release. Okay, now from here, hands look into that way, fingers look into that direction, relaxing the elbows, breathing in, and coming up, and lengthen, and release. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lengthening, and back forwards, yeah, that's always really important. It likes to go back. So you really make sure that you feel the line for a moment. Yeah, I noticed I was a little fast. So don't be too fast. Don't overtake yourself. Breathing in. This is relaxed. Okay, so up and lengthen. Yeah. And release. Okay, let's see how the body is. Okay, so give it a little massage maybe, or maybe you want to stretch out, or you feel the shape, three-dimensional as before, so the shoulders don't get involved. Yeah, my hands really have an issue at the moment here. Okay, and of course my favorite, and the kids' favorite, head down, elbows closed, is always this one. Yeah, so over here. And my body loves this position, I don't know why. Okay, so what is next? Okay, leg lengthening, right. Here we go. So we start on the elbows, which is not necessarily easier. So if you can't do that, you know, try the other one as well. You never know. And you can always do it with bent legs as well. Okay, so this is of course no option. The success of the exercise is from the sit bones, lengthening through your head. I'm sure you saw this. Okay, so here we go. Breathe in, and coming up, and release. Make sure to think from your sit bones through your head. So it's really a long line, lengthening, and lower. And one more time, and lengthening, up, and release. Okay. So now from here, doing that a little bit, make sure that your elbows are back, that your little fingers are in line with your elbows, nothing like this, right? This is not helpful because we're working on the triceps now. So from here, lengthening and releasing. Breathe in, on the out breath, lengthening, and releasing. Breathe in and lengthening. It's not trying to go up, it's really about the diagonal line. So now, if you, for as long as your navel stays in, you can lengthen one leg and lengthen even more, but even more through your head to go down. Yeah, because that makes the navel stay in, and when the navel stays in, then your core works well, which is of course what we need. So we're lengthening here, and here, and down. Trying with the other leg, and lengthen, up. Oh wow, I can feel that it's getting better. So hopefully, soon I'll be cured. Keep the fingers crossed. Lengthening, lengthening, and relax. Right, okay, so now, relax the back, whatever you need. Okay, fantastic. So what's next? Cannot quite figure it out. What do they want? All right. This is quite intense, but anyway. Okay, so it's rolling on your feet, and you can either do that on your underarms, which I will demonstrate now, or in the plank position. Okay. So, well, right. The title was Vitality and Happiness, so I get it. Here we go. The vitality is used. Little fingers in line with your elbows and with your little toes. Make sure that you are in one line. And then when you start, you are slowly rolling on the balls of your feet. Yes. And you lengthen one leg and you keep rolling. Okay, so it's lengthen one leg, roll. It's the same principle, obviously, than what I've been showing in the variation of the push-ups. So the main energy is going through your upper body, lengthening everything, and the little energy is going through your heel and maintaining the leg. Okay. So now demonstrating the same thing in the plank position, and then a little variation which you can do either on your underarms or plank position. Okay. So I'm here. Just rolling. By the way, the rolling is only at the beginning of the exercise, so if you are then in the process of using one leg, you can take a break and then start again immediately with the lengthening of one leg, okay? So you don't have to do the rolling on both feet each time at the beginning. It's not necessary, okay? So as promised, there is a little variation. So I'm starting again in that same position. I think I do the left today at first because you can see it better. Go up with the leg, roll back, slightly open, come back, and then roll back, leg down. Leg up, rolling back, open the leg, coming back with the leg, rolling back, leg down, okay? Up, roll back, open, close, roll back, leg down. Leg up, roll back, slightly open, coming back, rolling back, lower and down. Okay, so the important thing with this is that you don't open your leg too much because you want to have your hips staying parallel to the floor, which they won't if you open too far, okay? Good, so what's next now? Right, double attitude, okay? Double attitude. I'm never questioning the guides. They are always right anyway. Okay, so I'm sitting on this sit bone, the other one is in the air. And this exercise is not about lifting the leg. See that? Contraction. Well, of course the muscles need to contract, but what I wanted to say is shortening, yeah? We're always trying to lengthen because through the years, life shortens you anyway. So important to keep it as long as you can, okay? So elbows are relaxed and closed. I'm putting my fountain in March and just thinking leg around me and relax. Okay, and again, lengthening. And make sure it's not too close, yeah? Make sure it's a little bit more open. And lengthen and lower. Okay, now where I am, I'm lengthening my leg. Breathing in and lengthen and lower. And lengthen, same thing, the energy is going through. A little energy is coming through my leg, so it's a two-way lengthening, not lifting. Lifting is going in, and we're doing the opposite, yes? Which may result in that it does not lift at the beginning, but that's not the goal. The goal is the lengthening, and at some point it will, okay? So go for the goal of lengthening. Okay, so now I'm doing the same thing, and I'm lengthening one arm and focusing on the lengthening of the sides. So I'm really thinking of the relaxing the arm, lengthening here, so lengthen, yeah? Showing again, this will be lifting, right? But I'm lengthening. I'm always doing 4. This is relaxed, lengthen, okay. So now, last variation, I'm lengthening and I'm turning, upper body parallel to the floor, and coming back. Release, lower the leg. Lengthening and turning and coming back and lower the leg. And lengthening and turning and lengthening. Release and lengthening and turning and lengthening. Make sure to not go into here. And now from here, we just do, to come up, a hip stretch, which means big knees, biggest possible circle, and then over this leg. Wow. Trying to come up, but it's a lot better. Okay. Yes, a while ago, this leg went right up because of the contraction. Now I can feel it's cramping, but better. Okay, so sitting on this sit bone, the other one is in the air. Make sure it's bent, and as you can see, I'm not as comfortable as I am on the other side. This here is a little on the short side, so trying to lengthen even more through the center line, 2 parallel lines, and backwards around me and relaxing. And again, lengthening, and I have 2 more to go. Lengthening of the body, and eventually the leg will come up because it's attached to the body, not because we lift it. Okay, so from here, lengthening, and up, and release. Lengthening, and release. Lengthening, and release. Lengthening, and I think I've got to do one more, and lengthen. Yes, okay, now here on my elbow, little finger in line, always make sure you're well in line, and then I've got my arm here, both sides, lengthen and relax, and lengthen and relax. 2 more, lengthen and relax, and 1 more, lengthen. Okay, now the last variation, lengthen and turn. Keep lengthening while turning, that's so important. Lengthening, turning. Keep lengthening even more. Yes, the following movement is always bigger than the one before in your visualization and imagination. Yes, not pushing or forcing it. Lengthening. And lengthening. Yeah, now the biggest possible circle to lengthen in the hip. Yeah, and this is totally relaxed. Let's see if I can relax this at some point. Wow, okay, so now relaxing the back again, a little bit, whatever you need. Yes, my body loves to do this. Okay, so I'm not trying to find out what they want me to do. I'm showing 2 exercises. Oh, now there comes a third one. Okay, so please, can you decide now what you want? Yes, scissors we want, okay, right? So we do that first of all. You can do it here on your back if you're new, and you can bend your legs, and then all that it is, it's lengthening, opening, lengthening, closing. I always find it easier, or I think you can see it better if I do it with my arms, yes? Because I can exaggerate here what, of course, we should not be doing. We should always be relaxing and then do it like this. Yes? Okay, but I'm sure you know my point. It's about lengthening, opening equally, very important. Lengthening, thinking long, mainly about that's about your fountain again, and then legs, yes, closing them. Okay, so it's 2 circular movements. If you can do a candle position, you don't have any issues here. The moment you have stop and do the other version, everything's here, right? Then you can do it in candle position, and now we are doing it, okay? So, everyone with their variation, lengthening here, and here we start. Lengthening up, and lengthening coming back. And lengthening up, and lengthening coming back. And one more time, lengthening, opening, and lengthening coming back, and lengthening, and lengthening coming back. Legs. Long, lowering arms, and slowly coming back. Now really, really slowly lengthen and release. Okay, just relax your back, and they show me that we're doing the leg lengthening on the knees. Okay, so here we go. If your knees are a little delicate, you can of course put something underneath, yes? Use a little towel or a blanket or a cushion so that you really feel comfortable in this position, okay? Now, one leg is here. Please take this as a reference. Sit bones together, lengthening energy through the head, so it's like a fountain again. Your shoulder blades are parallel, so you make sure that you lengthen your arms and they come diagonally forwards, and they're also forming a diagonal line so the energy goes through your hands, fingertips, through your head, and here we go. Now lengthening, and here. Now, it's not about lifting the leg. Lifting the leg is a byproduct, yeah, let's put it this way, from lengthening here, because then you get to stretch in the other direction and lower, okay? And up, upper body, and lower. So you do what you can, and if it doesn't come up, you lengthen here, and that's the success already of the exercise, okay? So no worrying about lifting the leg and lengthening here, coming back, and then, and let's see what the other leg does. Please take this side as my reference, because I never know I never know how it goes. I always think my guides are crazy when they suggest this exercise. But anyway, lengthening. I know they are always right, so what can I do? Lengthening and lowering. 2 more. Lengthening and 1 more. And lengthening. Whoops. Wow. Okay, that's just 1 more. Yes. Okay, this happens if you are not going slowly enough to see how much energy you are sending into which direction, right? So this is what happens. All right, lengthening. This is why it's so important to be really, really focused. And this is why it's so meditative. Okay, lengthening. Now, if you can do that, then you can slowly try to go forwards and backwards, but no momentum. Lengthening slower, so you don't arch your back. You can make sure that your navel works well, that your abs are totally, working out. Right? Lengthen and lower, and again, lengthening and bend. Other side. Okay, so let's see. This one's going to be interesting, maybe, always. Okay, and lengthening. And wow, that's slightly better than last time, definitely. Okay, now lengthening, trying to always lengthen, and then, wow, it goes better. Right, lengthen. So all this physiotherapy, osteopathy, and also we're doing a treatment for the nervous system, lengthen, finally is working out. Today we're also doing something interesting because I found out that I have in one of the meridians a blockage, so let's see. I'll keep you updated. Right, relaxing. Yeah, and then I'd say, well done, we're done. So whatever you need to do to finish the class, that's now what you're invited to do. Okay, and by me just wanting to say thank you for being here and for subscribing to the channel so the guides can just spread their love. Also, a daily dose on Hike It Downs on Instagram, Facebook, and weekly energy updates on Hike About It. So just spread the love as a community, and yes, we'll get through these challenging, interesting times with lots and lots of love. See you for the next workout.